Concord is the gift that just keeps on giving, despite the fact that Concord flopped and was actually completely and totally pulled and canceled within 2 weeks of its release. Its name still continues to ring on as an example of that failure, especially when one of the reasons that so many people claimed it failed had nothing to do with the designs of the characters, nothing to do with the promotion, nothing to do with the pronouns and like all that other shit. Instead, it's just because it was a hero shooter game. People just don't want that anymore, Jeremy. Well, Marvel Rivals is out there right now, and Marvel Rivals is absolutely dominating. Concord failed because the hero shooter genre is dead, said some people at the time. Couldn't have anything to do with the designs and the pronouns surrounding some of these characters. Well, now the former Concord players, who can't be many, right? In the dozens of former Concord players, they're not happy with Marvel Rivals' success. Why did Concord have to die and Marvel Rivals gets to live? They're melting down on, you would guess it, Jeremy, Reddit.
Of course.
Reddit is where it's dying. It plays nothing like Concord. I personally don't like the movement or shooting at all. I don't get the hype and praise it's getting. If you want similar gameplay to Concord, Destiny 2 is your best PvP, but that game's basically unplayable. PvE is still good. I continue to think the majority of the hype praise it's getting is just because it's one of the first good online Marvel games to come out from this entire period of MCU box office domination, and a lot of people are unhappy with Overwatch trying to signal boost a competitor. Couldn't you have been that competitor? That absolutely could have been you. I mean, the game itself feels pretty damn unpolished and unbalanced compared to Overwatch and even Concord. Like it is your typical, really funny to see the cope.
Typical Reddit thread, typical losers playing they have to be victims. They have to be victims in everything they do. They have to victimize themselves. They have to play a dead game that nobody cares about so that they can continue to build their victim narrative around it. Meanwhile, everybody, again, I did download Marvel Rivals. I'm looking forward to trying it out. I don't know if it's going to be my type of game or not. I was not a big Overwatch fan. I only played Overwatch a couple times and it didn't work for me. But people are loving Marvel Rivals for the most part. Although I do feel that I feel like there's some like paid influencer stuff going on with that. Like, I feel like a lot of these big streamers are getting paid, but I don't know. It just seems very forced, like how it just happened out of nowhere. It didn't seem organic is all I'm saying. It seemed very strategic. How Marvel Rivals just one day, just every fucking major streamer was playing it and praising it like crazy, just out of nowhere. But
well, that happens all the time for all game releases now, at least at this point. But yeah, like certainly that might explain the initial and maybe viewership you see on something like Twitch, but the gameplay, the fact that it peaked around 500,000 people, that even still the 24-hour peak, right? Where is that at? Here it is. The 24-hour peak, the all-time peak was almost 500,000. The 24-hour peak over a month later is still over 400,000.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so regardless if it was done that, people are responding to it. That's the bottom line. People are responding to it.
Yes. And you have people like this. Concord failed not because of its design, gameplay, price, or quality as a game, but because it became a target in a culture war. From the moment it was announced, discussions about the game were dominated by negativity. Critics labeled it as dead on arrival, woke, or trash before there was even a beta or gameplay footage. This constant negativity overshadowed the game itself. Despite being fun for those who actually played it, very few people gave it a fair chance. The backlash was so intense that even liking the game invited ridicule. In the end, more people criticized Concord than actually experienced it, which made it impossible for the game to succeed.
Jesus.
We have so much power, Jeremy.
Yeah, we are the media, as Elon says. So this channel specifically, we have the power to make or break multi-million-dollar games just by giving our opinions. Ryan, how does it feel to have that much power?
Feels fucking awesome, to be honest.
Good.
The over $400 million disaster for something like Concord, and people are loving Marvel Rivals.
Yep.
They are. No doubt about it. And you can have your criticisms of Marvel Rivals, specifically where it comes from, who made it, things like that. But the fact remains the game is dominating and continues to dominate, and people are having a lot of fun with it. They did not have a lot of fun with Concord. I haven't played it yet. I'm not big into these games. I was never big into Overwatch. Maybe I'll give it a chance just because so many people are playing it right now. It's not typically my type of game. I'm not a big hero shooter guy.
Yeah. Same, but I'm gonna give it a try though. But this is good, man. It's a free game. People are loving it. It's not some game you have to spend $70, $80 on, and for it to be broken upon release. So it's working for a lot of people. So I'm happy about that, and I'm glad people are enjoying it. Maybe I'll give it a shot soon, and maybe I'll like it. Maybe I'll say it's just another Overwatch game. I have no idea. If I didn't like Overwatch, will I like this game? I guess that would be the question for people in the chat that have played it. If I didn't like Overwatch, will I like Marvel Rivals? Or is there a chance? Is it that different, or are they super, super similar from that perspective?
Well, I think a lot of the like mechanics in terms of the point of the game and how you're working as a team and like things like that, I think those are going to be very similar. But obviously one of the big differences is you're playing as Marvel superheroes.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So even if you aren't necessarily the biggest fan of that gameplay, that could get you in swinging around as Spider-Man, fucking doing shit. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
I think that might be one of the reasons so many people got into it.